Well, do you want a bit now, or what? What would?
Well, no, I wanted you to tell Steve about your holiday because you told me the week. Go on.
Steve, I mean, bad idea. I had a feeling anyway about going away with like Suzanne's mum and dad because I've never been into sort of family holidays anyway, right? Even when you see it, whenever I've been on holiday and you see like families on planes and that, and they're all having a laugh and a joke, loving it, and then on the plane going back, you can see that they've gone off into groups, and like, you know, the dad isn't talking to the daughter and all that business. So I thought, asking for trouble, but you know, I do everything once. Do you know what I mean? Boxing, dancing, going on holiday with parents and that. Give it a go, see how it goes, right? So
not your A-levels, but fair enough.
It started off. It started off bad, didn't it? Because last week I told you that. You know, our dad called us up and said, you know, I want to take some tea bags with us to Madeira.
Yeah.
What's the best way of packing them?
Yeah.
Right, so I knew there was going to be problems like that, because the thing with Suzanne's family, right, they like having a routine. They know what they're doing every day. They know what they're having for tea every day. It's the same thing every week, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I thought this is going to be interesting, this, because they can't do what they normally do.
Sure.
I love it. I love you treating it like an experiment.
Yeah. Right.
Just watching them all the time.
So, the first problem was they'd never flown before. So I was winding them up a bit. Saying, it's murder. It's really horrible. You know, plane goes all over the place. And a man had done some research saying, well, I've been reading about it, and,
Well, she got a funny accent.
More people, there's more chance of me being killed on a donkey than there is on a plane. So I upset her. I said, right, when we get there, Spain. I said, when we get there, let's see if there's any donkeys on the beach.
Yeah.
Right? And she didn't like that. So.
Oh, what? The joke about you hoping she died?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up with her?
Right, so we get there, and, you know, they see the villa and that, they're quite happy with all that business, right, and all that stuff. And then, as time went on, I was getting a bit sort of fed up with them being around us all the time, because I think you should have your own time when you go on holiday with the family. You should say, right, you go off and do your thing, we'll do our thing, and we'll meet up later and talk about what we've been doing and stuff. Anyway, so it gets to like the Thursday, we've been away since Monday, right, and I said, right, we're going out tonight. So our mum says, yeah, we'll come with you. I said, no, it's just us, we're having a bit of time on our own, right?
Is it true you said to her, you told me this, you said to her, you started to annoy me, I want to go on my own?
Well, I just said, well, I told her at the start, I said, it's going to be interesting, this, because people annoy me when they're around me a lot.
Sure.
So I wasn't nasty to her, I just was saying people, not her.
All right.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying, you're going to get on my nerves. So,
you hailed a donkey for her.
So, no, but, seriously, right, with the flying, do you know those stockings that you can get because of, deep vein thrombosis?
Sure.
She had them on in the cab.
Brilliant.
And it's only a 2-hour flight as well, so that was annoying me. Right, so anyway, it gets to this, you know, the Thursday night when I'm going out with Suzanne.
Yeah.
And, our mum's like sat on the sun lounger outside, so where are we going tonight? I said, no, like I said, it's just us, we're going out having a bit of time to ourselves. So, I could see as the day was getting on, she was realising that she's got a night in with, like, her husband, right? Her face started to, like, look miserable.
Sure.
I thought, I'm loving this. Right. So I said, right, I'm going in to go and have a shower, go and, get ready for this tonight, it's gonna be great.
And winding them up, just wind them up because they can't come, because he said they can't.
Right, so I go upstairs, have a shower and that. I come down, and, a mum's smiling.
Oh, hang on.
So I'm thinking, hang on a minute, what's gone on here? So I went to Suzanne, I said, why's your mum smiling? She's not coming. She said, no, but, my dad said he'll take her out now. So in a way, she was happy because she got her own way, which annoyed me.
That annoyed me, sure, because you wanted to...
What, you don't even want her husband taking her out?
Well, it's just the fact she didn't want to go out. She was happy to stay in and have sausage, egg and chips that they'd found from some shop that sold English food. Right. So that's almost like what they do if they're at home.
Sausage, egg and chips.
So she was happy with that if we were staying in and having that. But because we were going out, she was fed up. Right? So she's smiling, so she's going, yeah, I'm going out now. So I said, well, enjoy yourself. She said, where are you going? I said, well, it doesn't matter, does it? You don't need to know.
Sure,
she's not going to where we're going. Oh, you just don't want us to be in the same restaurant. I said, yeah, that's right. I said, I want a night out on my own with Suzanne. It's our holiday as well.
I don't know, I can talk to you about this.
This is not even his own parents. This is someone else's parents. These are the parents of the woman he loves.
But even Suzanne sort of agreed with me. There's only so much time you can spend with your parents. That's why you leave. That's why when you're ill, you don't go home to them. Yeah?
Yeah. Of course, the slight difference between me and you, Carl, is that not everyone in the world annoys me.
Well, not everyone does, just...
I can see what, I felt a bit guilty that week when he said I was annoying him, but I realise it's not my fault now.
No, everyone annoys him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was an alright holiday. It was good to get back.
Brilliant.
Won't be doing it again.
No. And what now would you say is your relationship with Suzanne's parents? Is it a frosty one?
No, I just think they know that I don't like to put up with them for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were packing, a man was upset because, like, she really liked the place where we were staying, right? Because it was quite a big villa, because there was a few of us. There was a brother as well with us, right?
Yeah.
So, our mum said, oh, I love it here. She said, I'm definitely going to book this place again. I said, it's a bit big for two of you, isn't it?
Just being sarky, like, we're definitely, I said,
because, I won't be coming again.
You're like, I don't know what you're like, Carl. You're a monster. You're an absolute
you want to
monster.
speak with the ghost, I says, speakers are fine, I says, and gibbered wat the wibble.
Yeah.
And never the werewolf slept.
You're like a middle-aged man. You're like an old man. You're like an old man, and you're what, 30?
I'm just imagining you scraping along in clogs and a flat cap going, oh, that tree's got to come down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puncturing a kid's ball if he kicks it into your garden by mistake.
Yeah.
Refusing to give it back.
Yeah, gather round. Yeah, there were once Chinese kid as hairy as that cow, which is weird, because there's not many Chinese people that are hairy, but this one, I tell you, it were back in 1990.
Grandad, are you eating a Twix?
Well, that's you too, with or without you, but we've got to cut it a little bit short because we're actually running out of time. It's so jam-packed, this show. We've got monkey news on the bench. Carl just remembered, we've got Cheeky Freak of the Week to fit in. I don't know what to do. What's your Cheeky Freak of the Week, quickly? Just throw that away.
Right, well, it's just like, you know, we look at Cheeky Freaks.
Is this show offensive in any way to some people, do you think?
Ding dong.
Got any buns? Oh, it's the Elephant Man. Go on.
Right, well, it's a bit of a problem for you, this one, Steve, right? I'm chucking it forward to you. Remember the Cheeky Freak of the Week that we were talking about? That illness where people age quicker?
The 5-year-old girl that was older than her mum, and he said to you, what, if you ran off like you wouldn't serve her fags and beer? And you went, no. He went, why not? And you went, because it's a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Right? He went, oh, she's got enough problems. Give her some fags. You remember that, don't you?
Sure.
Yeah, right.
So, another dilemma for you, right? Picture this, you're running a restaurant, right? Door goes, right? Few people. Most of them look normal. You notice the woman at the back, crawling on all fours. Top half is woman, right? This is real.
Yes.
This isn't like a comic or anything. This is on,
Yeah,
on the internet.
I've seen it. They're called dog people, and her legs just come straight down. They're like little swing legs at the back, and so they walk on all fours because it's easier.
Dog people, right?
Yeah, not dog people. They're human beings with deformed back legs, so they walk. It's easier for them to get around like that because they can't stand up because they can't stabilise, and also it comes straight out of their hips. Right.
So you're running a restaurant. It's a busy night. You haven't really got time for any hassle. She comes in. Would you serve her?
The premise being what? That he doesn't serve dogs?
Because the restaurants don't allow animals in.
Right! Right.
So it's a dilemma.
It's not a dilemma, she's not a dog. She's a human being.
Yeah,
with
I put, you know, a plate of meatballs on the floor, and she tucks in. And a little glass of, you know, a little bowl of wine next to it.
He turns round, there's the woman older than...
Get away from that plant!
Is service included? Oh, dear.
Okay, so monkey news, please.
Alright then.
Let's hear the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right. Now, before
and again.
Go on.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Brilliant.
Right?
Right, before I went away, I told you about Alfred. He was the monkey where there was a robbery going on in a bank.
And then he nicked the robber's loot and backed out with a gun.
Yeah,
He sort of stole, he robbed the robber, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he take his gun as well?
He took the weapons, he took all the weapons. There was like a couple of robbers. He managed, because they were so amazed that a monkey was coming in, it was like...
Don't talk shite twice.
Right.
Anyway.
So anyway, got a follow-up to that.
Okay, now what was that monkey's name?
Alfred.
That was Alfred.
So anyway, because a lot of people wanted to know, well, you know, what did he do? Did he go off and have a holiday? Did he... No. So the follow-up is, what happened is, the monkey had the guns, had the cash, which was $250,000.
Sure.
Right? It went back to the zoo. Right?
Right, Carl, you're talking shit.
Ricky, I get angry with you when you won't let him finish his monkey news.
Can we just get out of the official
Imagine
thing?
if people were interrupting Trevor McDonald. It wouldn't happen.
I want to make sure I don't get anything wrong.
No, of course not.
So check the internet.
So, the monkey goes back to the zoo, right, where all the zookeepers come out and go, get him, he's got the guns.
Yeah.
He hands out a couple of guns to his mates.
What? His monkey mates?
His monkey mates, so they've all got a couple of guns each.
Oh, Carl, Steve, I can't, mate. I cannot
Just
stand it. Honestly, I want to scream.
Please, I really get annoyed with you.
They tried to do him a deal. They said, how about if...
I'm going. Tell him that. I'm not going. No, I can't.
Step out from a...
Okay, we'll just do it.
Look, don't listen, step out and I'll paraphrase what I hear for you when you come back in. Step out. Now, please, I need to hear the end of this. This is monkey news. This is important stuff.
Right.
Right, Ricky now has left the room. He cannot bear to hear, which is surprising to me.
Right, so anyway, so yeah, they've got the money, and they say to the zookeepers, how about, we give you some cash?
Yes.
And they go,
Sorry, hang on, sorry, the zookeeper said that to the monkeys?
yeah.
Right.
No, the monkeys who have got the £250,000
Right.
say to the zookeepers, we'll sort you some money out if you let us go.
Sorry, the monkeys say to the zookeepers, we'll give you some money.
Yeah.
You don't see any problem with that?
Right, listen.
Okay.
It's nearly finished.
Right, I'm listening out there. This is ridiculous. What do you mean the monkeys say? What do you mean the monkeys say to the zookeeper?
They were probably holding the money out, like, kind of going, look, you know, we'll do your deal.
Right, okay, come on.
And what happened is, I think they were happy with that. I think they left, and that was that. They wanted to get out of the zoo because they didn't like it in there. There's the thing.
Right, I don't...
Just have a look.
Right, Carl, think. Right, how did they get out in the first place, this one?
Just let Steve have a...
So why did he go... So he went and robbed... He thought... what, he knew there was going to be a robbery that day, did he?
He might have been getting some money before they went to escape, and then that happened, and they had more money. They might have been withdrawing some stuff out.
What do you mean? No.
If he was planning on leaving the zoo, he's going to get his savings.
What are you talking about?
What have you read there, Steve?
I've got a feeling this is a review of one of the Planet of the Apes films. I think it's Escape from the Planet of the Apes. I'm not certain. It could be Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Right, I mean, Carl, think. Please think, right? So this monkey, right, he leaves the zoo, right? So he leaves the zoo, which he can do, presumably what? They leave him the keys or what? They're chatting to him, they might as well. He goes to a bank. What's he thinking of doing? Sees a robbery, probably by chance. He probably wasn't tipped off, was he? Or has he got one of those police scanners? Probably got one of those police scanners.
Well, I think he was going to the bank to get a mortgage to build a slightly. I think he wanted an extension, didn't he, on his cage?
Think of that. And so I love the fact that he hands out the guns and they do a deal. It's honestly, you've got the best mind working on radio today. It's incredible.
The only person who makes less sense is Terry Wogan.
He goes up and down, doesn't he? I can't understand his sentences, because I don't know...
No, it's like free-form poetry.
Yes, I don't know whether it's the end of a sentence, in the middle,
Sure.
a new one.
Yeah.
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 But
Let's have the jingle again, a record, and then we'll probably have to wrap up the show, I imagine.
that was... Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news. Well, Mr. Stipe, I am not Kenneth, but I can tell you the frequency was 104.9. See you next week. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
Do you think that when Marconi invented radio, this was what he had in mind for it?
Yeah, 2 hours of absolute... See you later.
Now on Radio 4, guess what Karl's fed up with this week in Karl Pilkington's Sick of It. Narrated by Elizabeth Conboy. Karl Pilkington is sick of people telling him he should be on Twitter.
I think in years to come we'll look back on it and go, what was all that about? They're sort of obsessed, aren't they, about having mates, all this online stuff, the Twitter stuff.
That's not mates. They're not mates.
Some people think that's what they do. They go,
Yeah, some people got imaginary friends as well. Some people sit in an attic and cover their head in tinfoil and think they're talking to God and aliens, but they're not.
I wasn't really looking at them.
So Karl has decided to put Twitter to the test.
Yeah. Who are you looking for?
By the power of tweets, he's going to see if he can become proper friends with the site's best-known user,
Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry.
The reason I'd like Stephen Fry as a mate is because he's brainy, and I haven't got a brainy mate.
But can Karl really become friends with Stephen through Twitter?
If I can't make a proper mate out of Twitter, then it's all pointless. Going right back, Snow White only had 7 mates. She never went off, did she? She never went off from them dwarfs she knocked about with. There was never a new member. But 7 mates, she had it all done. 7 was enough for her. She had a happy one and a grumpy one and a sleepy one or whatever. I don't know what they all did, I can't remember. But she had it covered in 7. Now that says a lot, doesn't it? That she had all the different sorts of characteristics done in 7 dwarfs. So that's all I think we need, really. 7 different mates. One for moaning, you know, sometimes it's nice to have a mate who moans because it makes you feel better. That's when she would have seen grumpy. One when she's not in the mood for a lot of chat, knock about with sleepy. I think there's something in that. So you don't need more than 7 mates. So this is where I need to find Stephen Fry, innit?
Along with Ricky Gervais and Steve Merchant, Karl is the star of the world's best-selling podcast. But despite his success on the internet, he has never joined a social networking site like Facebook or Twitter. To track down Stephen Fry, he'll have to.
Well, I'm just gonna try and sign up to Twitter, see if they'll have me. I don't know if there's any sort of, you know, questionnaire, if it's like joining the army, or if they'll just have, you know, if they'll have anyone. This connection's not very fast. Karl Pilkington. I think it would actually be quicker to just go out and meet some people than use this computer. I'll just skip that.
Keeping in touch with people is of prime importance to the author Danny Wallace. His most recent book, Friends Like These, documented a summer where he went in search of his old classmates, and for Danny, Twitter is an exciting addition in the pursuit of friendship.
How many people have you got following you?
I've got on my way to 40,000 people.
40,000?
40,000 people. Essentially, you've got your own little army of followers, and they'll respond to you because, you know, they've signed up to you. They've got something invested in you. Oh, you look a little distraught by this.
No, it's just, that's another problem though. They're investing in you. Now, what happens if what they're investing in isn't that good? Right. And they were a big fan.
Yeah.
And then you say, I'm just nipping to the shop for some dog food or whatever, and they go, don't know how long I'm going to be following this man.
Yes. How many friends do you make a year, would you say?
Not many.
Right.
Not many. I've got a handful. I think all you need, really, is 7.
Yeah.
But I'd say that's it now. I'm not saying 7 a year or anything. It's
No.
kind of, if I let one in, one's going out.
Right, one in, one out with you, yeah.
It's kind of a try before you buy.
Yeah.
Whereas Twitter is very much eBay. I want it. Well, you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't matter. Here's my money.
Right.
Well, don't complain when it turns up and that sofa's got a little stain on it. There he is. Stephen Fry, British actor, writer, Lord of the Dance, Prince of Swimwear and blogger. Click on his face. He's got 726,000 followers now. That's a lot, innit?
You know, I don't think you can have 1,000 friends. I certainly don't think you can have 1,000 acquaintances. I don't think, you know, sending tweets to each other count as friendship.
Amongst Karl's friends is the star of hit TV show The Office, Ricky Gervais.
I think friends are up there with the most precious things anyone can ever have in life.
What? There's no replacement.
Well,
You see, they used to say, a dog is man's best friend.
yeah.
And I'd probably agree with that when I was younger. But since they've brought in this law that you've now got to pick up its shit, I've gone off them. You know, I say I've got 7 mates like Snow White has, but I've kind of got, you know, 2 or 3 dopies. Like, it'd be good to sort of bring Stephen into the mix to sort of, you know, bring something new to me. I don't know what's happening here. Oh, hoping no tobacco aftershave this birthday though. Right, it's his birthday.
By sheer coincidence, the day Karl has joined Twitter to try and become a real friend of Stephen Fry has turned out to be Stephen's birthday.
Well, I've got to think about what I want to say, because you can't be too familiar, can you? See, this is where in real life you can slowly get to know someone. But now, if I've got to send him a message, it's got to be something worthwhile, hasn't it? I know it's his birthday, but I don't just want to say happy birthday, because he'll have loads of them.
I guess when you're starting off, you do tend to post a bit too much. You do tend to, you know, funny ideas will pop into your head that turn out not to be all that funny when you put it down to 140 characters. Because that's the other thing, obviously, this character limit, which a lot of people think is a problem, but actually I think is one of its greatest strengths, because you have to hone your message. Come up with fantastic imagery of things around you, little jokes that you can share with your friends, and then they're just this pocket-sized little message, just like popping up and going, hello.
What about if I find out other people's birthdays today? You might like that. Jean-Michel Jarre. He'll probably like someone from sort of years ago who does poetry or something. Steve Guttenberg. It's his birthday today. We all know him. Yasser Arafat. It's a bit heavy though, isn't it? Steve Guttenberg's a good one, because everybody likes Jaws. Wasn't he in Jaws? Oh no, he was in Police Academy, wasn't he? I reckon that's a good opening gambit. If I just say, happy birthday. It's funny, it's your birthday today. It's Steve Guttenberg's as well. Trying to get older, Stephen, I sort of feel the same way I did when I was younger, when I joined Dennis the Menace fan club. Loads of kids wanted to be part of the Dennis the Menace fan club, in the same way that loads of people are following Stephen Fry on Twitter. But all the kids were disappointed at school. You know, you'd go in and say, has Dennis wrote to you? No. He sent me a badge. Yeah, I got one of them, yeah. You don't feel special, you're not getting a personal touch. Does he give the personal touch? Or is he just, you know, telling everyone what he's had for his dinner?
I didn't think it was a good idea. I just love the way that if you're a celebrity, somehow you're allowed to wear, like, nonsense, outrageous clothes, because it's kind of expected of you, because, you know,
But it wasn't mental. It wasn't like Graham Norton going in curtains, or Jonathan Ross dressing up as Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. It was just a white suit,
But it's just that thing of, you know, I am. It's cheeky Ricky Gervais here, look what I'm wearing.
I was worried there was going to be chocolate mousse, though.
Yeah.
Or Johnny Vegas was going to greet me and throw up immediately.
Yeah.
It was like, I had to keep away from people.
And what you're sitting on. But I tell you what, I think it worked with Anne Robinson, didn't it?
Do you think she did it?
winked at you when you went, she liked you.
She just can't stop that.
She's
made it into a catchphrase, but...
You made her giggle like a little schoolgirl.
I knew it was safe, though, to say that thing about her drinking, because I'd done a non-broadcast pilot with her this year. For a friend was the producer, and it's a new show called Look Who's Coming to Dinner. And the premise is I choose sort of 6 heroes that are alive, and so I knew it was alright, so I didn't just go out there and start insulting this poor middle-aged woman. I sort of knew she could take a joke. She's alright, she's obviously she's not really like that, so, yeah.
No, but I loved the way she just giggled like a little girl.
I think she was quite good, actually. I think it's better when she's sort of ad-libbing. I don't think she's as good when she's sort of got lines and she's hitting marks. She's quite good when she's sort of like when Peter Kay came on, she went, "Have you dyed your hair?" And he went, "Have I dyed my hair?" I said, "What sort of talk is that?" Which I thought was quite nice.
Your quote was good though.
What?
When you went peace, or war.
I just hate it when oh god, celebrities to get their political. I've got to say something political because there's all that suffering in the world, and I don't know. It's like those things you see in the papers where it's got general elections or war, and it's got a picture of Billie Piper, just a picture, and it goes Labour, or it's got Ross Kemp. No to war.
Yeah.
But when would that be influential?
No idea.
It's sort of like you go, someone goes to what do you think of war? I go, war, I don't know. I've made your mind up. Well, no, it's difficult, isn't it? Is it? Well, yeah, because on the one hand...
I don't know where I stand.
Well, exactly, on the one hand you could say that, war is wrong because it caused suffering, but on the other hand, that's a knee-jerk reaction, and some wars are justified, like stopping, fascism or whatever, and, like pacifism, sometimes you have to have defence, so it's not clear and cut. I go, okay, let's make it easier for you. What do you think of the little black one in Sugar Babes? I think she's brilliant. She hates war. That's me. That's me done then.
Exactly. Does that help sway your
yeah, but I don't know when it is influential.
Remember when the that young au pair was over in America and she got arrested for the murder or the death rather of that young child. I forget her name. Do you remember that story?
Louise Woodward.
Well, do you remember there was a whole section in the paper there where there was I think it was members of Coronation Street saying, "Release her, please release her."
I remember you said you fancied her.
Who's that?
You said you fancied her when it was all happening.
Well,
he said I think he was the danger.
There was an element of that. Do you know what I thought it was?
I would love you to go out with Louise Woodward.
The thing about Wooders...
what's she doing now?
The thing about Wooders is that she, my suspicion was that when she came back and she'd been cleared of it,
she hadn't been cleared of it.
Yes, she was.
No, she wasn't.
Wasn't she?
No.
I don't think she. I think
no,
they just
it
let
was
her
she'd
out,
done her time, and it was. I think it was manslaughter.
I think.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure about this.
Teetering on the edge of getting.
Well, no, someone knows. Call up. We don't know this, so don't.
Yeah,
don't,
I think
don't.
you're right.
Well,
I think you're right.
Either way, it was a tragic accident, and she wasn't a murderess. That was the clear point. And it just struck me that nevertheless there would probably be a certain stigma. So she was down, kind of Monroe's on a Wednesday night, looking for a dance. Probably there weren't going to be a lot of guys queuing up for her because they were conscious that, she had this certain reputation. Whereas Ding Dong, Gentleman Steve, I'm happy to step in.
Do you know what? I'd let her babysit because she'd be so careful, wouldn't she? Do you know what I mean? She'd be on real best behaviour.
Yeah.
So maybe we shouldn't be talking about it.
But I do wonder what she's up to now.
Well, if you know.
08700 800 123.
If you're a lawyer and we've said something wrong, let us know now. We'll apologise quickly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
good luck to you, Louise. If you're out there listening, good luck. And Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. That's
I don't want my name. I don't want my name attached in case.
Get in touch.
Yeah. You're free tonight, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm free. I'm free. For the next 8 years, I think.
Play a record.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sweet. 10-story love song. Love song? Yeah, 10-story love song from the Stone Dozes.
Yeah, see, it's not as easy as it looks, is it?
It's not, and I'll tell you, also because I'm a little under the weather still.
Yeah.
So, that's my excuse.
You've had a week off.
I'll tell
Concentrate.
I mean, I've got cable TV, but there is nothing on, is there, in the daytime? It is just, I love Today with Des and Nell.
That's good, that's alright, that. Was Joe Pasquale on again?
He
always pops up. I love it when he pops up.
Joe Pasquale is an absolute joy.
I love Joe. Genuinely, without irony, I really like Joe Pasquale.
Do you know him? Have you met him?
No, I haven't, no, but I really, really like him. I think he's really funny.
He's really good.
Yeah.
One of his jokes that I've always enjoyed is, why is there a lock on the door of the 24/7 shop? It's good.
He's a thoughtful man.
It's good. It's open all the time, Clint.
No, I just like his squeaky voice.
Yeah, oh, that's fine.
I don't like jokes.
But, no, I only caught the end, the other day, but, it was brilliant. Des was singing a medley of Buddy Holly songs.
He doesn't quite sing, does he? He's got
it's talking,
it's like pulling your punch. Oh, Maz, come away from the thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He can't actually...
He's not actually singing, it's talking. It's kind of talking the words.
Yeah.
But he knew Buddy, apparently, and he toured with him. So
I am an antichrist. I'm an antichrist. It never quite finished. It's lovely.
No, he's great.
He's got no breath.
But, but it's the adverts in between.
He is 73 though.
He's amazing for it.
Doing well, isn't he?
Yeah. No,
yeah.
he's a good
Sorry, who's 73?
Des O'Connor.
Is he seriously?
Yeah. I think so.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Yeah, good luck to him. A toast to Des O'Connor.
Yeah.
Raise your glasses, and all you listening at home. So Des O'Connor.
I'd love to see him interview Louise Woodward.
Yeah, indeed.
Do you want to hear some Louise Woodward? I have had some calls.
But I don't know if they're true or not, though, do you? What
No,
did
it's
you
true.
hear?
Well, I think one of the
Oh, we
studying
mustn't.
law.
No, we mustn't say that's shop that she works in.
No, wouldn't say
Okay,
that. But
in case it's...
I'm sure I read the same thing, Steve. Someone said they read that she was studying law, and I think I read that because she knows so much about it.
Yeah.
Now she decided
never
to
through
go
the
and,
system, yeah.
You never know when it comes in useful.
But she has been spotted in various parts of the country selling all manner of things.
Okay, brilliant.
And, so who
What,
knows?
door to door?
Yeah, exactly.
Hello, I'm from Mothercare.
We've got to stop this now. We've got to stop this now. It's not
Okay,
fair.
that's that,
It's all water under the bridge.
Anyway, let's play a record. Let's play a record,
talk about
Claire. No, I'll talk about it later.
We're scared
I think,
now.
Yeah, we've just got ourselves in trouble. I think we just need to go and consult our lawyers.
Richard Axon, Peter Gabriel.
Oh, this is a beautiful track. And it was actually in Vanilla Sky, so a bit of resurgence. This is Salisbury Hill. Peter Gabriel, what a lovely track that is. Salisbury Hill on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Claire Sturgis.
You know, if Karl was here, do you know what he'd want now?
Probably ads, no.
Some adverts.
Yeah. Do you want some now?
Oh, it's what Karl would have wanted.
Okay. Look, Karl then, some ads.
Placebo and Bitter End. XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant. Claire Sturgis in for Carl Pilkington.
Doing a good
who's
job.
in Madeira.
Indeed. Is that where the cake's from?
Yep. It's his name after, I think, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's nice, lovely. It's sort of,
I don't know where Madeira is.
it's sort of off Africa.
Okay.
But it's, I think,
There are a lot of
Portuguese.
old people go there, isn't
There are a lot of old people there. There are a lot of
Well,
old people
Karl
there.
is essentially a
He's old before his time,
50-year-old man in the body
yeah,
of a 30-year-old.
yeah.
I know, yeah. I think it
Whereas Ricky Gervais...
Whoa!
Oh,
Party by the Pool, it was. It was actually really good. I'd much prefer that than, we went to, Greece once, and we wandered in this place by mistake going through this, and it was just full of people in Everton shirts and Liverpool shirts and just drinking lager. Like, oh, where's the fun in that? And just, I can't, the idea of Butlins, millions of families screaming around would drive me
Butlins
mental.
is the most extraordinary place I've ever been to. I went there with a bunch of
I
friends.
can't slag it off, but I mean, not Butlins specifically, just anything.
No, I'm not slagging Butlins off.
No.
It's just
But it
it
is
was
an
just
I've never been to
an
Butlins,
extraordinary
yeah.
place. The bars themed. One bar themed in the Wild West style.
Brilliant.
But a tribute band to Status Quo playing.
Really?
It was extraordinary. So you walk in the swing doors, and there's Status Quo playing, and everyone else is, all the staff dressed in cowboy outfits, and cowgirl outfits.
Oh! I've got some new comedy characters.
I can't believe that.
You know, I love the work of comedy greats like Chris Moyles and Noel Edmonds. I've got some really funny comic characters that'll be popping in and out of the studio.
Save them. I'm
Okay.
excited.
Badly Drawn Boy. All possibilities on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington, and a few new characters.
Oh,
Steve.
I can't believe
As I
that.
said, I know you love Moyles and his sort of wacky stuff, and
Chris Moyles, one of the
Edmonds
greats, one of the
and
greats.
Edmonds, and just all
Oh, no, Edmonds.
well, I'm going to go along the same sort of vein. I've come up with a couple of. Can I show you one?
I'm excited.
Okay. Well, it always starts with a sort of doorbell. So it goes ding dong. I go, oh no, hold on, Steve, hold on, Karl. Who's that at the door?
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, hello. Oh, look, it's Camp David, the right queer gay. Oh, hello. You look all gay today. Is that because it's nice weather? Oh, no, that's not what it means. Oh, have you got a girlfriend, Camp David, the right queer gay? No, but I've got a boyfriend. Oh, bye. Right.
Oh.
Ding dong. Oh, it's another one.
Hang on.
Another comic. Hello. Oh, look. It's Holy Fuck, the little funny Chinese fella. Right, that's his name,
That's
Karl.
his name, Karl.
Karl. Hello, Holy Fuck. Harold. Right?
Yeah, that's
so,
fine.
Mr. Fuck. You can call me Holy
Right.
if you want. No, I prefer to call you Fuck.
Yeah.
Right? You're right.
Nothing
You're right.
wrong with this so far.
No. Have you got a girlfriend, Mr. Fuck? Achoo. Oh, you haven't got that stars, have you?
Yeah.
No, that's my girlfriend's name. See?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's clever.
Oh, just before you go, Mr. Foot. I've got two things here. I've got a nice Trilby hat that you could wear, or I've got a little lampshade. Right? Which one do you want to put on your head and walk around? I presume the Trilby.
No, but it's not.
No.
Yeah.
The lampshade.
Lampshade, of course.
Bye.
See
you later.
Yeah. I thought they were genius. Can I be honest? I mean, I'll be honest. I thought they were brilliant. I thought they were. You didn't steal them off Chris.
No. They're original. They're original.
Sometimes
characters.
Chris Moyles has done stuff as good as that.
I know. Yeah, I know. But no, these are all mine. So there you go. We'll be hearing more from Camp David, the right queer gay, and Holy Fuck the funny little Chinaman. What? All right, Karl. Yeah. Is that your sort of humour? It might not be your sort of humour.
You just should have run it past me before you did it.
Yeah. What one were you worried about in particular?
The not Camp David.
Well, say his name.
No.
Say his name.
Which one? Well, I don't know which one you mean.
The Chinese fella.
Well, I forget who that was. What was his name? I can't remember.
Well, if you can't remember, it can't be that good, so we'll leave it. We won't do it again. Right. I'll tell you what I've got, Steve.
Oh, what?
I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
Go on.
Right. Do you know, like, TV programmes sort of get rested in the winter?
Ding dong. Oh, no.
Hang on, who's this?
Oh,
go on.
Hello again. Not now, Mr. Fuck. We're talking. Bye.
Is that Holy Fuck again?
Yeah. Okay, God. Look at God's face. Right, okay, that's it now. I'm not answering the door anymore. Right, okay, go on.
Right, yeah.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. He's trying to get in. You've got. Don't be impolite, Rick. Come on, Rick. He wants to come in.
No, it's too late. It's too late. He's gone away now. Go on.
Right. Anyway, what I'm thinking is, Rockbusters coming back for a bit.
What? What are you talking about?
He likes my idea. He likes my characters. He doesn't like that idea.
Like,
what? Go on, what, Karl?
No,
what?
I was going to say if I came up with
what?
with that Chinese fella.
What was his name
for a sketch, you wouldn't have liked it. So let's do Rockbusters and see how it goes. I know you weren't a fan of it, but.
Hang on,
yeah, but to be honest, Karl, he dissed Cheap as Chimps, and we know that's a brilliant idea.
Hang on, sorry, we all agreed that Rockbusters was a piece of old toss.
No, I didn't. I said it needed resting.
And that's why we stopped doing it.
I said it needed resting for a bit.
I don't remember that conversation. What do you mean it needed resting? We abandoned it because it was appalling. It started off as a nice idea, but you just gone crazy.
Let's play a record and come back to this, shall we? What do you want to play?
Bit of sugar.
Oh. Yeah. Brilliant. That'll cheer us all up.
I don't know why you were thinking of bringing this back. I'm genuinely worried about this.
Well,
is that the doorbell? I would be lying, Rick, if I told you that didn't feature in my list of the best singles ever.
That's lovely.
If I can't change your mind,
great pop tune.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
I think Karl's worried about one of the names of my characters, so I'm changing the gay fella's name to David Gray, the bent pianist.
Right.
The Scientist, Coldplay, on XFM 104.9, with me, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington, and Ricky Gervais, obviously. So, Karl's just getting a little bit frustrated there with Steve, having nothing to offer after being off for a week. Do you know what he calls you now behind your back?
Oh, God, here we go.
No, it's alright. He calls you the Professor, because of a picture of you in, My Media.
Oh, right.
What did you say? He said
Did you approve it?
I didn't actually, no.
No, you know what it is, don't you? It's, you know when you take it from an angle, it sort of distorts one side, and they've taken a picture from a bigger picture, I think, and so it's, do you know what I mean, like he's looking in a kettle, and he went, what's going on there? He said he looks like one of those professors of BBC Two schools programmes.
Well, I take that as a compliment, considering what I call you behind your back. And I tell you now, it ain't the Professor.
Although, Karl's looking pretty good at the moment, aren't you?
I'm surprised, can I just say, I'm surprised that you got chosen for having clean nails at school to serve the biscuits, because I always imagine you, when I look at you, I see you as a child, I see you as a grubby little child, who's always out in the street getting dirty.
I think Karl is quite hygienic, because he's always got a nice little...
Nowadays I do.
Yeah, nice little top on.
Not the boyhood, Karl. I always imagine you being quite neglected.
No, me clothes weren't always the best, and they were a bit warm, but they were always clean.
Yeah.
It's a country song coming on. Are you Dolly Parton?
I always imagine your house as having, and actually, to be fair, I imagine your house has been very much the same. Always stinking of chip fat.
Yeah. Also, my mum was always cleaning. So again, it was always sort of like clean. It was just it smelled. It smelled
and cigarette smoke, maybe.
Yes, it smelled of Dettol, pets. Yeah, and cigarette smoke. Yeah, and
such
chip
a working class
and
smell.
Chip fat, yeah.
That's a real working class sort of smell and look and stench.
Yeah. Are you talking about me now?
Yeah. Right, yeah. I mean, the interesting thing is that Karl's cleaned up his house.
I clean. I have 2 baths.
No, you're obsessed.
I love
This is really bad of me. I was in Waitrose earlier buying a sandwich. I got a bit of money now, Karl. I like to splash out on a sandwich. I like £2.50.
You ever seen any of it?
Benji's shop.
He does go to Benji's. I'll tell you what.
I love Benji's.
We go for lunch, right? And if he looks in the restaurant and it's sort of like $6.50, he goes, Rick, I'm not made of money.
Yeah.
He is. We have to go to Benji's. He gets 2 sandwiches that have to fill him up, right? Because they're a quid each or something.
But I'm a big guy. I need a lot more food. I genuinely need more food than most people. I'm like a brontosaurus.
It is. He's just grazing all day.
So I can't afford to sort of splash out in Pret a Manger all the time with your fancy French sandwiches. I like to get a lot of bread for the money. I want a lot of bread. So I was in Waitrose and some guy came in behind me. Yeah, and he was sort of, I don't think he was mentally doolally, but I think he'd been homeless for just too long, and he was really.
What's just right at the time to be homeless?
Well, I think it was.
You want to get out of that game early, don't you?
He's past the point of no return. This guy.
I see, right,
I think it was like it was too late for him. I think there was no going back really.
6 months.
He was sort of walking at a bit of a weird angle. He walked like the Elephant Man, even though he wasn't deformed. It was probably like you were in the week. It was quite. It was quite unpleasant. And he sort of came up to me and he went, and weirdly he spoke a bit like I'm speaking now because of my throat. And I thought, if I speak to him back, is he going to think I'm taking the mick? So I kept quiet. And he went, alright, what's your name? And I said, Steve, and he shook my hand. He forcibly took my hand and shook it. But he had these cuts and bruises on his face.
Oh, the open sores.
Yeah, and he was shaking my hand, and I was just terrified. I was just thinking, get off my hand, let go of my hand. And thankfully,
did he have a bow round his neck?
Well, he may as well have. I mean, seriously, and I caught the eye of a security guard. I had him thrown out. You know, I'm all heart.
This man does not have the funds to be shopping here. Please have him removed.
This is part of the John Lewis partnership. And, so they had him thrown out, and you know, seriously then, I was just freaked out. I had to wash my hand as soon as I could. I couldn't imagine the kind of grime that was crawling across whether his kind of homeless way.
Are you still doing your social work? Or
whenever I can, Rick.
Yeah. Yeah. At least he used to give it to old people biscuits. You'd have gone, oh, I'm not going near them. Look at them gums.
Wouldn't that have been grim? Would you have wanted that though? Old kind of homeless people touching you?
Well, no,
I'm not Jesus Christ.
No, I know. It's not on the list. I don't have a shopping list on. What do I know? I need some batteries from a Walkman. I need to be touched by some old people. See you later. Cheers.
I was watching, the one thing I did watch all week was Columbo, which seems to be on constantly. I was watching Columbo. I know you're a fan of Columbo, Rick.
One of my favourite programmes of all time.
But I was like, do you not think that he...
Alright. I just thought you were going to talk about it.
Well, which one?
What do you mean?
They made about 90, and they're showing on about 4 channels in rotation.
But it doesn't matter if I tell you who did it, because you'll find out in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. You find out in the first 2 minutes anyway.
Let's be honest, if Robert Vaughan's the star, it's probably going to be him.
Or Culp. Often Robert Culp.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes Patrick McGowan.
But do you not think that Columbo looks like he smells? Would you imagine he smells a bit? He's a brilliant detective.
Well, he's got that dog, and he smokes cigars, so I imagine he smells...
I reckon he stinks. I reckon he doesn't clean his clothes enough.
Oh, I think he has. I think he gets up and washes. But I think if it's on a crumpled old
absent-minded. I think he's too busy thinking on solving crimes and stuff.
What do you think? Do you think his wife makes him clean his pants now and again?
I think they're quite a bohemian couple. I'm not sure she's really interested in that. I think she's got her own mind. Maybe she's a painter or something.
No, maybe she's losing it a bit, and he's a bit embarrassed by it.
Yeah, that could be true.
And she's probably incontinent, so while she's ironing his trousers, she just all over them, and he goes, oh my God, she's shatting my pants again, I gotta wear them out.
Yeah. It's almost kind of reinvented it, you know.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Great song anyway, isn't it?
That's what's weird, really, because you've done that, and that's kind of what I've done with Rockbusters.
Right.
I've taken something.
Well, you've taken Blockbusters and changed one word.
Sort of made it better.
No, not really, because those are real clues that work. Yours are the ramblings of a madman. He doesn't really understand what the word cryptic means.
A little bit stronger.
It's more, this should be called What Am I Thinking?
Well,
what am I thinking?
We should just introduce the idea of Rockbusters to people who didn't hear it last week. Now, I'm trying to think of some classic ones. Do you remember there was now what was it? The
Jamaican fella spinning a fish round his head. That was De Trout Spinners.
Did
and he
trout
tried
spinners.
to make it sound. I mean, it doesn't work.
You have to speak in a Jamaican accent and say
the way they say
trout spinners.
But they wouldn't say trout. They'd say Detroit.
Trout spinners.
So it doesn't work there. So that's the stupid wet knee Houston.
Yeah.
No one called wet knee Houston.
Yeah.
So
So you need to basically crawl inside Carl's head and figure out what's going on in there if you want to win these. We've got some Kylie collectibles for Rockbusters.
the good thing about crawling into Carl's head is there is a lot of room.
There's plenty of room.
It's
It's very much like when God created the Earth. You can just fill it out with anything.
Yeah.
Birds. So, your Rockbusters clues this week then, Carl.
Alright, so as always, you know, we did it last week.
What can you win, though?
Three.
The Kylie collectibles, just
Brilliant.
mention
Loads of
Excellent.
stuff.
Should we throw in some stuff of ours? Just to
If you've got any tag
we
ones,
get it
don't
for
we?
free, yeah.
Yeah.
Extras, flanimals, etc.
Got some of the junk lying around the office.
Yeah.
So then, 3 clues. You text in with the answers, you win the stuff. Right? First clue. The initials of the band or the artist are FF. Right?
FF, okay.
FF. And the sort of
Well, I
cryptic...
know it already.
And the well, not ruin it. And the cryptic clue, I've got snails, croissants, and baguettes in my palm. Right? What's going on there?
I know, I don't know it.
Right, there's the clue.
Say that again.
I've got snails, croissants, and baguettes in my palm. Oh, that's weird. FF. Right, FF. What's the band of the artist?
The clue changes ever so slightly every time.
I know.
Right, the next one. Me granny's is taking a penalty. She better get the ball in the back of the net. NM. Artist or a band. NM. That's an old artist, by the way.
Give it to us again.
NM. Me granny's taking a penalty.
I've got it.
She better get it in the back of the net.
It's a good one.
Okay.
It's a good one.
All right.
That might be his best ever.
Wow.
There you go, right? And the last one, this is a tough one, but you know how it works.
Wow. When he says tough, he means doesn't work.
Yes.
Does not work. Repeat. This does not work. Go on.
The initial of the band, it's an 80s band, I think I've got to help them out. A is the initial, right? And the clue is, and where people go to relieve themselves after looking at elephants and that, what am I? Right? So, letters A, the cryptic clue, and where people go to relieve themselves after looking at elephants and that, what am I?
And the initial?
A.
882921.
That
You
works.
You can give us a call 0500 288
I'm getting worried now because I'm getting all these.
That's really scary. We're doing, about 20 minutes ago, Rockbusters, special New Year's Rockbusters. 3 clues, 3 bands or artists. We've had a number of responses. It really worries me when people get this right.
Well, I was worried that I got it right.
Well, I don't know what it says about our audience. It's like, why are we bothering? We may as well just shoot off. They'll be happy just watching the tumble dryer going round.
I know. Carl, come on then. What are the clues again? Here we go.
Right then, so there's 3 clues. First one, the initials were FF, right? And that was if I've got snails and croissants and baguettes in my palm, right? That's like the clue. What band or artist is that? Think
Go
about
on.
it, right?
Go on then.
The initials were FF. That's Franz Ferdinand, right? So like
Whoa!
Franz Ferdinand. It's kind
France
of
food in hand.
France, because it's like that's what they
France,
eat
yeah.
over there.
Should be
snails.
French, really. You can't say
in-
France
in
food,
your hand,
can you?
so France-
French food in hand.
French food
I've
in hand.
never heard of a band called French Food in Hand.
Well, a lot of people got it as
I
well as
know,
on the
but
text,
French
so-
Food in Hand. What are they? What label are they on? What label are they on?
It's just French food and hand. So you got that, right?
French Food in Hand. Yeah.
Second one was my granny's taking a penalty, right? She better get the ball in the back of the net.
Go on.
NM with the initials.
Yeah.
Try and work it out. Your gran, that's your nan. Ball in the back of the net. That's Nana must score it, right? Nana must score it, right?
Nana Muscori.
And
Okay, I'll give you that one.
who is it? Nana Muscuri.
Muscori. Nana Muscori.
Yeah. So that,
Nana Muscuri.
so that works. And then
No, it doesn't work.
Then the
But it's
final-
close enough. It's
fi-
close enough.
the final one was the initial was A, right? And the clue was, and where people go to relieve themselves after looking at elephants and giraffes and all that sort of stuff. What am I? Right? That's a well, I'm a Zulu.
I'm a Zulu. No, I can't hand it to him.
I'm a Zulu.
I'm a Zulu.
So that works as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, no.
3 good clues as always there.
Well, not really. Couldn't really call them cryptic, but we're gonna do something that we used to do on our local radio show called Rockbusters. Sounds a bit like Blockbusters, a television program that used to be on television where they gave sort of real cryptic clues. Yours aren't cryptic clues. Yours are ridiculous. So explain Rockbusters.
Give out an initial of a artist or a band,
Yeah.
knocking about like now or ages ago, and I give a cryptic clue.
Not a cryptic clue. Very rarely cryptic. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's nonsense, but...
Well, as we once said, I think it is more accurately described a craptic clue.
Yeah.
Well,
Or what am I thinking?
are you going to give an example, or will we just do them?
The classic example, of course, for me is a woman. She's an artist. The initials are WH. She was wandering around in Texas. She fell over. A part of her leg fell in a puddle. Wet knee, Houston.
That is the level.
That's what you're working with, people.
So he's going to give 3 of these. The first email that gets them all right, the first email we get, and it's timed, isn't it, email, so we can know, that gets all these clues exactly right, can win, what, a signed photo of Karl?
Now that is exclusive. There are not very many. I don't think they even exist, do they? There are no signed photos of Karl, so this will be a collector's item.
Right. So, yeah, there's 3 different ones. When you send it in on email, podcast@rickygervais.com, just put in the subject thing like Rockbusters, so I know what I'm looking for. Right then, so three different clues for you to work on. First one.
Oh, shouldn't I do a jingle for this?
Please.
Okay. Oh, that sounds cryptic, no, it isn't!
Rockbusters.
Right, first one, the initial, right, is B.
The initial B, band
B,
or artist.
So, band or an artist beginning with the letter B. The cryptic clue. Well, I don't want a house that's that far away from the water. I want to be right on top of it. Right, that's the cryptic clue. Well, I don't want a house that far away from the water. I want to be right on top of it. Right? B, artist or band. Who is it? Right, work on that one. Second one, it's B again. B, letter B for the band or the artist.
All right.
Cryptic clue. Right. That part of my leg is English.
That's it, is it?
Yeah.
Right.
That part of my leg is English. Initial B. What is it? Part of my leg is English. And then the last one, KW, artist or band, and the cryptic clue, the fitness teacher has got a speech impediment. What's going on there? Right, KW, the fitness teacher has got a speech impediment. Work on them, right? Send in the answers, podcast@rickygervais.com, and just win some signed picture and that. Right, so last week's clues, there was 3 of them. I give you initial of an artist or a band, and a cryptic clue.
Yeah.
You work it out, you email it in, you win a signed picture and that. First one was, well, I don't want a house that far away from the water. I want to be right on top of it.
Go on.
Right, so that was B.
Yeah.
That's, that was Beyonce. Beyonce. Like, it's like a cryptic thing. Do you get that? Second one.
I'd stand. Beyonce.
Beyonce.
That part of my leg is English. The initial was B. That was Britney. Right?
Britney.
Yeah, so it's like British. Britney.
But so you're just taking the one half of her name, are you now?
Well, she's known as that now. I think she's known
I don't
more
know who
as,
she is, but fine.
more as Britney than
Okay.
Britney Spears. They don't really call her that anymore.
Yeah.
Also, British isn't the same as English.
Yeah, I know. I realised that, but it was too late.
Brilliant.
That's what you're up against.
Just like that Ollie Wants to Be a Millionaire.
The last one was the initials were KW,
Yeah.
and the clue was the fitness teacher has got a speech impediment. Right, so you've got to sort of think about that. You've got to think about a fitness teacher.
Yeah.
He's working out and that.
Yeah.
But he's got a speech impediment. So when it like comes to like
Well,
finishing.
no, you didn't say all this in the clue. So.
But it was just that one was Kanye West. Right?
Kanye West.
So I'm just saying.
Why
like,
would the fitness teacher say Kanye West?
Because he's got a speech impediment and he's been working them out. They've built up a sweat and he's like, right.
Well, no, you didn't say all that, so it doesn't matter.
But anyway, but even if that is the case, what is he saying?
He's saying, all right, can we rest now?
As in, can we rest now?
Yeah, just kind of because they say that at the end. It's like, right, everybody.
So he's got a speech impediment. He's very, very camp, and he's adding words. Okay, but apart from that, it works perfectly.
So
that is bollocks. You're an idiot.
So that was the first 3.
Who won?
Have you ever done a march or anything though? Have you ever sort of...
What are you saying?
Have you, you're having a go at me for not getting behind it all, right? Which I am, because I've got more standing orders going out my account for charities than anything, right? But have you ever got behind a problem?
No.
I don't think I have, to be fair, no. No, I am quite slack in that respect. It does take a lot of effort though, doesn't it?
Well, it depends. What sort?
Well, if you're going to do one of those walks from John O'Groats to Land's End or something, that's a lot of time commitment.
There's one, I tell you what, there is one that looks alright. On, Portland Place, just off Oxford Street, there's always, just a little Chinese fella sat on the pavement. Right?
Oh, I've seen him, yeah.
What's that all about?
Yeah.
He's just sat there with a poster, but you don't know what it's for because it's in Chinese.
Yeah.
So he's just always sat there. But for me, that's the sort of march I want, where you just, and he's only there when it's sunny. If it's raining, they don't bother.
I tell a lie, I did pop down when all those women walked through London in their bras.
Embrace and Gravity on XFM 104.9.
We've had a couple of texts. People obviously can text in 83XFM. That's the text number for the big quiz that's coming up shortly. Rockbusters, still your opportunity to win some of those cracking prizes. Enter your name in the draw if you can unravel the, I don't know what you call them, conundrums that Karl sets.
Sort of.
We've had a couple of texts. Obviously we're leaving early today. This is a shortened show and our last show of this run. But we've got to leave early. We've got to go down and try and make poverty history. But Rob's texted and he says, only an hour and a half today. Well, poverty does have some benefits then.
He's a fan.
He understands the show.
Who was that little fella that used to write in who hated the show?
I forget his name, I haven't heard from him for a while actually. I don't know what happened.
No.
Maybe he realised that if he hated the show so much, the obvious thing to do was to switch off. Maybe that finally dawned
That's
on him.
annoying.
What's his name? Someone remind us of his
I
name.
like people who hate us to carry on listening.
Yeah.
It just gives it an edge, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's the fact that, that you're annoying someone. I mean, I love annoying people.
I know you do, I know.
So
You're like a kind of walking Chinese water torture.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Have we got Ladder 49 today?
Rick, there's a number of cracking DVDs as ever on Rockbusters. We've got The Life Aquatic with Bill Murray, we've got Howard and Kumar Get the Munchies, hilarious stoner comedy, and Batman the Animated Series. And Ladder 49, there it is. Joaquin
phew,
Phoenix,
yes.
John Travolta. If you've ever seen Ladder 49, then you can give us a quick text review on 83XFM. I'd be interested to know if it's
Why are
actually
you
worth
giving
watching.
away one a week for the last 6 weeks?
Yeah.
Well, we better do them then. Let's do Rockbusters for the last time. You can win those amazing prizes.
Alright. As always, just a little cryptic clue. Some initials of a band or an artist. Work it out, email in or text in, that's it, innit? Alright, the first one. Richard's kid
Yeah.
cuts hair for a living. Alright? Richard's kid cuts hair for a living. Alright? Initials ED. Right? DD. Richard's kid cuts hair for a living. Second one. I have a problem saying the French word for well. Alright? I think that's the right word anyway. I have a problem saying the French word for well. So what's that? Initial there is K. Right, band or artist. And then the third one, you take 8 kebabs, 2 kebabs, 57 kebabs, times it by 27 kebabs. Right? The fella is struggling to work it out. What's that? What's going on there? Right?
That's a good question.
DS. DS is the answer there. 8 kebabs, 2 kebabs.
I've got it.
57 kebabs times it by 27 or what have you. Fella's struggling working it out. What is
I've
it?
got that one.
DS. So just email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk or on the text 83936. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can win Ladder 49 and those other DVDs. Plus, you go into the draw, which we'll do before we leave, and you can win the signed by Matt Groening, personally drawn Homer Simpson. We've got the Spinal Tap poster signed by Christopher Guest, and also the original artwork of us as Flanimals.
But they've all been framed. They've done a brilliant job. It really is a nice prize. I mean, almost too good to give away. A little bit annoying.
Is it too late to take that back?
Well, I was thinking we could sneak in a copy.
Yeah.
Just a very bad photocopy, so it goes grey and
Yeah.
No, they're all originals. So get texting.
Right.
Right.
Right then. First one was Richard's kid. He cuts hair for a living.
Yeah, what's
Right.
that?
That was well, try and work it out.
No,
You know.
there's no point.
Dick's son, yeah, he was a barber. Barbara Dixon, right?
Doesn't work.
Dixon, well, again...
Barbara Dixon.
Right,
Her name wasn't Barbara Dixon, was it?
So, that's that one.
Did Ronnie Corbett ever say, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Barbara Dixon?
Second
No,
one,
he never did, did he? He never did.
I have a problem saying the French word for well. What's the French word for well?
Oh, innit? That's good. What?
No, that's good then.
Bell? Well, no, what?
Isn't it bien?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. I have a problem saying it, so I can't say it. I can't say bien. I can't say bien. Can't say Kasabian. Right? So, they might straighten that one out. Can't
That's
say,
one of your worst, that.
can't say bien. Can't say bien.
Can't say bien, it's not,
No. And the last
Doesn't
one.
work.
That's terrible.
8 kebabs, 2 kebabs, plus 57 kebabs, times 27 kebabs. This fella is struggling working it out. What's the answer there? DS. Right? A donna sum. Right? So he's struggling working it out. It's a donna sum. Right? So they got that right as well, so.
What was the answer?
Donna Summer.
R.E.M. Night Swimming. Beautiful song. Brilliant band. I've got to introduce them, and I'm actually nervous.
Yeah.
I never get nervous.
You never get nervous, do
I
you?
never get nervous, and I get a little adrenaline rush.
It just takes, 80% of the world's population to be watching you. And then you get a little bit jittery.
And I didn't know what to wear.
No. No, this is interesting, actually. I don't know, no. For a moment there, I was thinking maybe Ricky's got to pop home first before he goes down to bring on the band. But if you are watching it, or if you're there, obviously not there, if you were there you wouldn't be listening to this, but if you're watching it on TV, do check Ricky out, because how do you describe that particular look? Ricky's wearing, sweatpants. I assume they're sweatpants. They're not pyjama bottoms, are they?
They're sweatpants, they're sort of,
And
yeah.
you've got just a white t-shirt, cheap and plain white t-shirt.
Yeah.
And basically Ricky is wearing, it's like, he's made so little effort. The only way he could have made less effort was if he wasn't wearing any clothes. And he was just wearing his underpants that he slept in. But he's actually bothered to put on a t-shirt and a pair of sweatpants and some trainers.
Yeah, well.
I mean, Jonathan Ross is going to probably be wearing a suit, one of his, expensive suits, or whatever, and...
Yeah, but he won't be as comfortable as me.
Well, true. Did it not occur to you for a moment to maybe make slightly more of an effort? Perhaps put on a jacket?
Jacket looks silly with tracksuit bottoms.
Well, again, you could have changed the tracksuit bottoms. I mean, they're a mainstay of the outfit, are they? It's like, they're not changing for anything.
Yeah. I've got very little things that I haven't got a drawstring or elasticated waistband.
No, sure.
I don't want to be bothering with buttons and zips and hooks.
There's going to come a point, isn't there, where you're just going to wear, I don't know, smocks.
Baby grow.
Baby grow,
A baby
yeah.
grow with a flap. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Those little mittens.
Yeah, all in, yeah, that'd be great. And then an oven glove, so I can just get stuff out of the oven, eat it, let it drop everywhere.
Yeah.
Right, and then just get out of the baby grow, put a new one on, a clean one on.
Or those kind of red flannel things with the which cowboys wear.
Yeah.
The kind of buttoned up.
Yeah, they're like old cowboys.
Yeah.
Grandpa, he comes out with the shotgun.
Exactly.
Yeah, the long johns. Well, how's it going with Rockbusters? Anyone got the answers?
Actually, one guy has texted in, James in Deptford, he's offered some answers, and he says here, the guy that hated us, famously, of course, we should have remembered, Dickie Anderson.
Dickie Anderson.
Richard Anderson, of course.
Oh.
I don't know if Dickie's still listening. If he is, obviously email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk and tell us what you've been doing, how you've been keeping busy and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice to hear from him.
Chris Campling hasn't called, has he, either?
Yeah,
The one that thinks that not only is this whole show scripted, imagine that, right? But that Karl is a character created by us.
Yeah.
He's actually an actor.
Oh, if only we
Look
could
at
take credit
that,
for
a
that.
shaved monkey we got.
I tell you, you're going to go along later to the Live 8 gig and you're probably going to see some bands that can make an effort to entertain you, but if you want entertainment, Rick, you know it.
Go on.
There's only one person to book.
Go on.
Me. If you you're perhaps
Yeah.
going to do, because I mean, I'm obviously a top
Well,
DJ on the radio, but where I really come into my own is DJing in any kind of club
Well,
environment.
you told me you were DJing, I didn't go to it, DJing at a party, and you said the place was rocking,
The place was roaring.
and I loved it. Karl just said he was there and they weren't.
Well, that's nonsense, Carl, because
weren't,
you know
so-
very well that when I'd put on a tune, they'd cheer.
Yeah, but it was late on in the night. They would have done that, whatever you put on.
That's nonsense.
No, they were happy and everything. I'm not saying they weren't having a good time. It was your party. It was alright, but they weren't going mental like you're sort of making up.
They were definitely going mental. When I put on the Proclaimers, they could not believe their luck. They would have walked 1,000 miles.
Was it good though? Were they really, what were they doing? They were dancing, were they?
Dancing and that, but they weren't sort of cheering, going, more and all that at the end.
What's that?
Oh,
Take On Me
wow.
came on, the big cheer went up.
Oh, I don't know who to believe.
I've been there, done it, Steve. I've been the DJ as well. And
Oh, it might be jealousy. It
I
might
think
be
it's
like
professional jealousy there.
yeah.
I think it's because my fortunes are on the up, and his are on the down. You know, we all know famously that he had
Pilkey's making music,
his
didn't
DJ
happen.
outfit.
Didn't happen.
I did enough. I just wanted to do enough to pay for the equipment. And I did. And that was that. But I don't like crowds, do I?
But you're safe, aren't you? You're behind the little thing with the flashing
But
lights.
there's still a lot of people and that. Forced fun. Don't like that.
Forced
It's not
fun.
forceful, they haven't got to dance if they don't want to dance.
Yeah. Don't like it.